my labor experience, it was horrible. Like, it was real horrible. Like, guys, don't get pregnant. I'm not saying that because I want to be mean or rude, but like, don't get pregnant because like pregnancy is hard. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know y'all be seeing baby mamas on social media looking cute and thinking it's aki kiki and like, oh, I want to have a baby. She looks so cute. It is not nice because morning sickness, it be kicking your ass. This morning sickness is bad. Like, it's really bad. So yeah, y'all been asking. I did a recently. I had did a ask me a question on Instagram, and everybody kept saying do a story time or do a story time on labor. So why not? Like, y'all the family, so I'm gonna give y'all whatever y'all want. So my original due date was July 31st or July 30th. That's what they gave me, but you know, my favorite cousin was born on July 27th. So I was like, every time I go to my doctor, every time I have a doctor visit or whatever, I be telling him, oh, I want July 27th. I want to have the baby July 27th, July 27th, because that's when my favorite cousin is born. The last visit, I told him, I was like, oh, did you call the hospital to make sure that that day is available? Because, like, I really got to have this baby that day. Because you don't know, like, it really means a lot to me. So he called the hospital and that day was available. So it was like, okay, July 27th, 4 a.m. in the morning. Mind you, I was so freaking excited when that day was available because, you know. So I went to the hospital like on the 20th. It's actually the 27th. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I went to the hospital, got checked in or whatever. They was like, oh, you here early because the appointment is originally for 4 o'clock. And that's 4:30 we're going to start the procedure. But the room is ready. Just wait 5 minutes so we could double check if the room is ready and sanitize. Because, you know, it was COVID, guys. So they was like, wait right here. And they got the room ready and everything. I went inside and I got settled, put my stuff out, because you know you gotta have your little bag, even though you're not gonna use it, because at the hospital they give us everything. I don't know what they do in other countries or counties or states, but in Florida they give you stuff. You don't have to bring anything. They give you diaper, wipes, formula, anything, you name it. You only need to bring like stuff that you want to wear because you're gonna be there for like 3 days. So you gotta bring like a change of clothes. You can bring your toothbrush, your washcloth, anything. But they're gonna give you like the type of panties to wear and stuff. They're gonna give you all that, pads. You like, the only thing you need to bring is clothes. So yeah, I got settled in, put my stuff out, my food and everything. The lady came in. She was like, we're not gonna start the procedure until 4:30. I was like, okay, fine, but you can't eat anything. She told me not to eat, just drink. And she said after she started the procedure, I cannot eat anything. I cannot drink during labor. I gotta eat after labor. So she was like, oh, if you got anything, you gotta eat it now, because when we start, you can't eat anything. I was so happy. Like, I was really ready to get this baby out of me, because like, oh, it's been a long pregnancy, So I was like, oh, I'm so anxious, I'm so nervous, like I can't eat. Oh my God. Time went by. Carly's dad was there with me. He was recording me and stuff, making fun, making jokes, talking about, oh, I can't wait until 4:30 when that lady come through the door. What's gonna happen? And 4:30, they came in. They was like, oh, we're gonna give you this pill, like induce you, like we give you this pill, so it like contract, like push the baby down. I don't even remember. Like, she gonna give me this pill so it could help push the baby down, because it wasn't her time. She wasn't ready at all. Mind you, if I did wait it July 31st, I don't think she would have came, because I was lazy and that baby wasn't ready at all. I think that she would have born August. Yes, because like she was lazy. I wasn't exercising. All I did was eat and sleep. Period. Like, she was so comfortable. That baby wasn't ready to get out at all. So even when they gave me the pill, she was taking too long. She wasn't moving. Like, she was so freaking comfortable. So They started the procedure at 4:30. Every hour on the hour, a nurse will come in and like check me to see how many centimeters I am, because you got to get to 10 centimeters to start pushing. So the nurse kept coming in with my doctor to check me, and how they checked me, my doctor, he had to stick his finger up inside of me. That shit hurted. He had to stick his finger up inside of me to check how many centimeters. And my mom, she was on the phone the whole time. Like, every time the doctor come, he was like, oh, you 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, it wasn't no time when he came in and it jumped from 2 to like 5. I was dilating slow as fuck. My bad. So when I was at like 5 centimeters, no, when I was at like 2 centimeters, he came in, he was like, oh, we're gonna give you an epidural. Mind you, I was having a little contractions at 2 centimeters, so I was like, how am I gonna stay still and not move? Because they say, oh, we're gonna poke you in your spine and you cannot move because you could be crippled or something could go wrong. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared. How am I gonna stay still and not move? How am I gonna stay still while you poke me in my back with a big, the needle was long. I'm telling you, like they say, don't look at the needle, try to stay away from the needle, but girl, but I got it, mind you, I tell you, I had to see the needles. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, ain't no way you gonna bring that near me. I'm not doing it. I don't want no epidural. I want a natural birth. And it was like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. And they was like, no, you're gonna get the epidural today. And he brought a pillow and he was like, you gotta hug the pillow and hug me. You could squeeze me, do whatever to me, but you gotta stay still. So I was there, like I was like this, and I held the pillow, and I was looking over at my baby daddy, and he was like making some silly faces, and I'm like, oh my God, you gotta stop, because if I laugh, it's gonna let me move, and I don't want to move. So I hugged the pillow and I squeezed her, and like when it was going in, it was like a pinch, like we get an injection. So it was like a pinch, and he was like, oh, the hardest part is we've been over that because the needle is already in. So I'm like, okay. And when he was taking out, he was like, the needle is still inside of you. And I did epidural or whatever. When I got to like 5 centimeters, he was like, okay, we're gonna have to attach this bag so you could go to you could pee, because we're gonna avoid you getting up to go to the bathroom. So Jamaicans would say a piss bag or pee bag or whatever. So they had to put that on to me. So mind you, I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom. I would just go. So at 5 centimeters, they came in and put this thing inside of me. I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna have to Google it and put a picture with it so y'all could see it, or the term. I don't remember what's it called. I guess for it to like help pull the baby down. I don't even remember what it's called. So they put that on to me. It was so uncomfortable. Like every time I move, I feel it inside of me. Like it hurt so bad too. And I was laying down and I couldn't move or anything. I was in labor for like more than 2 days, because I was there on the 27th, 4 a.m. and she was born on the 28th. We'll get to that. So when I was at 5 centimeters, he came and he checked. My mom was like, you at 5, you going slow. And then I fell asleep. The drip, you know, the thing that is connected to you or whatever, it ran out. So my baby daddy, he was there getting mad. He was like, yo, where the nurse at? Because like, you've been here so long, the baby not coming or whatever, and the thing is running out. Like, what? He was getting mad. And I was like, calm down. He was like, if I wasn't here, you would have died. I'm like, it's not that serious. So they came, they changed it. And then I was at 6 centimeters. It was going 7 centimeters. They was like, okay, we almost there. This is it. It's almost time. When it's time and we tell you to push, girl, you better push and get this baby out. So 8 centimeter, it was like 10:30. And I was like, oh my God, the time is going up. Will this baby be born on the 27th? Like, will I push her out on the 27th? 9 centimeter, it's 11:30. I'm like, there is no way I'm gonna push this baby out in time. I'm mad. Like, I did all of this for no reason. I'm not gonna get the date that I wanted. I should have just left her and let her come on her own time. So 10 centimeter. It was like 12 or 1. It was past July 27th. It was on the 28th. So they came and they was like, okay, it's time to push. They put me on the bed and they opened my legs and put me in some little silver things so I could like put my legs in. I don't remember what it's called. So So they was like, when I tell you to push, you need to push. It was like, when I told you to push, you better push. So I was like, okay. And then I was having contractions. It was like, okay, we're having a contraction. Push. It was like, when we count it, you gonna push, and I'm gonna count to 10. Hi, Carly. So it was like, you gotta push through your ass. Like, if you gotta take a shit on the bed, take a shit on the bed. Just push through your ass, because I was pushing through my head. At this point, one of my blood vessels almost popped, because like, I didn't know, it was my first time. And it was like, normally first timers, you're gonna be in labor for like 12 hours. And I was like, okay, then why didn't you start the procedure on the 26th? And they was like, oh, you asked for the 27th or whatever. So I'm like, oh my god, yo. So I was having contractions. It was like, oh, you getting the contractions, push. And I was pushing, and then I was stopping. She was like, oh, you can't stop, you gotta wait until I get to 10. So I'm like, girl, lady, I got asthma, so I gotta stop to catch my breath, because I would die on this bed. And she was like, you gotta wait until I go to 10. And I was pushing, and then my baby father was standing right next to me talking about, oh, push, push, push. I was getting mad. Like, at this point, I was like, boy, don't you see me pushing? It was like, okay, yeah, get mad so you can get this baby out. They went ahead for this whole big ass standing mirror, put it in front of my cooch, talking about, oh, look, the baby's coming, look at her hair. Like, they were lying, because they wanted me to push. I kept pushing, like, I watched the baby came out, because I was looking at the mirror they put in front of me. I was pushing, and then, like, every time I get a contraction, like, I close my legs. So when the baby's almost out, she was going back in, because I was closing my legs or whatever. So at this point, I was like, no, I can't do it. I need a C-section. I can't. The nurses, they was getting mad. They was like, I'm about to call your doctor. Like, we can't do this. Like, you're not cooperating. I'm like, it hurts. Like, do you got kids? You understand? She was like, yes, I got kids. I got 3 of them. I'm like, okay. And then she went ahead and got my doctor. My doctor came in. He was so mad at this point. He was like, you still in here? And he was like, you're not having no C-section. You gonna push, and you gonna push this baby out. He was hitting me on my leg. He was forcing me to push. He was dealing with me some type of way. He was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you, because who you talking to? And my baby boy was like, no, it's to help you, because if it wasn't for him, the baby would have came out. So when he saw the head coming out, he went for this big old scissors, bro. This big old freaking scissors, and then slipped me, and the baby just came out. And it was like, oh, 517. There was like 517, it's a girl, and they showed her to me. They put her on the little NICU or whatever. I didn't even get they didn't even ask me if I want to cut the umbilical cord, or they didn't ask her dad for anything. They just did everything. After the baby came out, I was so hungry. I wanted to pass. I literally passed out. Like, I passed out. What's wrong? I passed out for a second. Not for a second, I'm lying. I passed out for a good 2 little minutes. And then when I woke up, I saw him bringing the baby over to me. I was like, no, I'm not ready for her. Like, I'm scared. He was like, you gotta hold her at some point. When I held her, she was looking dead at me. I'm like, oh my god, this is my baby. This literally came out of me. Like, it's crazy. So they moved me from the delivery room to upstairs to like a mommy suite or whatever. I'm telling you, boy, I didn't want to leave. I got breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper. Like, I would ring the buzzer every time, be like, oh, I'm hungry. They were like, what you want? I'm like, burger, pizza, hot dog, bring me whatever, I'm hungry. So I was there for like 3 days. On the first day, they asked, they was like, oh, do you want a breastfeed or bottle? I told them both, but I want to give her a bottle. So the first thing she got was a bottle. And mind you, this baby, she drank all of it. Like, she drank all of it. So like, it's crazy. Like, we haven't seen this before. They brought diapers, they brought formulas, they brought everything. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, when he slipped me, I felt it. Like, he didn't numb me or anything. I felt when he slipped me, bro. And I felt when he was sewing me back. Oh, I felt when he was sewing me back up, like it hurted. It hurted so bad. And you know, it gotta take like 6 weeks for it to heal. So like when you pee, it burns. So they gave us a little bottle. It was like you gotta keep hot water inside of it. So every time you go to the bathroom, you just squeeze it on your coochie. So it like you doesn't really feel it. The pee doesn't really burn it, but bro, it burns. Trust me, it burns. And every time when I was at the mommy suite, every time a nurse, like every hour, they would come in and check me, like to see and change my pad, because I couldn't move. I was in a wheelchair and everything. Like my experience was bad. They had to check me. Why is you crying? Guys, me Carly. She is so miserable today. Look at the video. This is Carly. She was born July 28th. 5:17 a.m. in the morning. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Alright. Cause she being a little brat. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in